Hi, I'm Stephen Hann from Archery Supplies. Today we're here to look at the 2018 PSE bows. Now this is only a sample of some of the 2018 bows from PSE, but I'm really excited about the 2018 lineup and I want to show you what I've got from PSE. This is only a preview set of bows, so these are not actually bows I ordered. They just sent them out to me. Basically keep me happy, I suppose. I don't know if they do it to all dealers. They're definitely not bows I ordered, so to speak. The bows I ordered haven't arrived. So these are stuff so I can show people, talk about, and basically just have a look at. So it's preview packs, I think they kind of call them. So I want to just show you about the PSE stuff because I'm really excited. Now I've been selling PSE for, let's say 15 years, it might be 10 years, might be 12 years, but this year, 2018, as far as I'm concerned, is the best year for PSE. I think they've made improvements in the right directions on in their range. I think this year has been, as far as 2018 is concerned, what I see in their bows to me looks great. And I haven't shot them yet. I haven't shot any of these. There's no ARS on them. And I'm going to explain what I like about the bows. So I suppose what I want to talk about too is why I'm excited about the 2018 lineup. And it's not like talking about when you hear about from PSE. When some companies release their new lines, and I'm just thinking about the Matthews TRX 38, I'm like 2 inches shorter, not very exciting. When PSE released their 2018 lineup, to me it's very exciting. The bows look very, very different. This is the Perform bow, Perform X 3D bow. It's the latest bow from PSE in their target lineup. Now in 2017, PSE had the Expression, and they had that for 2016 and 2017. Now when I did the review first on the 2016 Expression, I was a little bit uncertain about the weight, how the bow shot, but as I got to light the bow, I shot the same bow for 2 years non-stop. I shot personal best scores with it right the way through, and from 2016 to 2017 they made a minor improvement to the bow, and in my opinion not enough to warrant buying a new bow. The Perform X from 2018. Now to me, the things that I thought PSE lacked on the 2017 model, it was slower than the equivalent Hoyt, it was slower than the equivalent Matthews. The new Perform is the same speed, but it has advantages over the Matthews and Hoyt rivals. The advantages is this is a twin cam system with a yoke. So with the yoke system, the limbs are always balanced, so you don't have any of this issue about cam lean. So with the 2017 lineup for Hoyt and PSE, they're using a hybrid cam, which is a yoke system at the top and no yoke down the bottom. So people are always going to complain about cam lean, as they would with elite systems. Now PSE try and overcome this through different poundage limbs, okay? But the problem with that is when you're shooting different poundages, when you wind the bow up or down, those limb poundages are not always optimal. Is that the best way of putting it? Now this does not affect your accuracy at all. It affects when people are a little bit pedantic. Getting a yoke system basically removes that. But what is good about this bow compared to the Hoyts and the Matthews is this cam system. This is a rotating module, which is standard on all your PSEs. It's a rotating module from, let's just say 25 to 31 inches in draw length. So basically this bow can be sold to anyone. So if you're an archery shop like mine or any archery shop, you stock this in, a customer walks in, they can buy it. So let's just say I'm stocking a red Perform in 60 pounds. It means anyone who wants a Perform red in 60 pounds can buy this bow. It's not the case with the Hoyt, because the Hoyt, if you've got a red Hoyt in stock and you've got the 28-inch model and they want to shoot 29 inches, it's a different cam system. So you basically, as an archery shop, you're stuck with that bow. And in fact, my 2017 Hoyt, which I did a preview on, I've still got in my shop. I can't sell it. My pricing is as good as, it's the best price in Australia, but I can't sell it. Now with the Perform, they're sticking with the wet lock limb system, which basically locks the limbs in place. The adjustment, so you can move the limbs left or right. I really don't know why you want to do that, but for micro adjustment. But I do like the Evolve Cam system because you can, one, adjust the draw length, and you can adjust the let off on this bow. And if you want even more adjustment, you buy another set of modules and you can basically change the let off even greater. So that's really functional. In 2018, PSE is releasing heaps of great colors. I think this is the dark cherry, and to me, it is a stunning, absolutely stunning finish. It's as good as anything else on the market as far as finish. It's better. And for me, I really like the Matthews Halon Comp X in 2017. But to me, there were some issues with the actual finish of the product. As far as the paint, as the year progressed, it kind of changed and it got better. I did a review. This is just, it looks awesome. It just is awesome. Now, what they've also changed is the cable guard. Still the roller slide system. And if you do get wear on the cables, just serve them. They've got a flex slide system. So here, so it's a carbon bar. They've changed it from mounting on the side of the riser to bolting in. And basically, if I can screw in here, basically the carbon bar they've cut out, so it flexes. Very simple system, good system. So in 2016, they had a plastic guard here, which I said would look cheap, which flexed, which was a really good system. In 2017, it was angled. To me, that is great. Is it better than the 2017 model? I could argue it is. I can tell you why I will when I do a review on this bow. They've changed the string stop. It used to be a metal rod. Now there was some issues with it breaking in some of the PSE bows through vibration. They've gone to a carbon bar, so I kind of understand why they've done that. Well, I do understand why they've done that, and that's what I like about PSE. PSE go, let's take a product and let's improve it on the next version. Now, this bow, I can't tell you how it's going to shoot, but I can tell you what I wanted improved. I wanted the vibration improved. I wanted the speed improved. They've definitely improved the speed. They've improved the cam system. They've improved the cable guard. The bow's more expensive, and they've got more colors. Colors are just great. You know, so many colors. Bit hard for the dealer to stock, but to me, an awesome bow. And look at the balance on this bow. This is the 3D version. Look, it just sits there, like nothing. It just in my hand. It's just magic. Honestly, it's like awesome. And I'm really looking forward to shooting this bow, and I haven't yet because I've been so busy. Literally, I haven't stopped. Haven't had a coffee for the entire day. I got into work and I've just had non-stop people. But I wanted to show you this because people are asking me when am I going to get the last PSE bows, when am I going to be able to show them? Now this bow, in 2017, 2016, the PSE Drive was one of my biggest selling bows. Speed-wise, 335 feet per second, and at the price point, it was one of the fastest bows, probably the fastest bow at its price point in the market. Now, there were some issues with the drive. It was a machine riser, and the drive competed directly against the Brute from PSE. Same price point, same speed, and it was like, well, which one do I choose? There were some advantages on one, some advantages on the other. But there was really no push one way or the other. So what's happened in 2018, PSE have kicked the Brute out, which is kind of a bit unfortunate because the Brute has been in the PSE lineup since the year dot. And they've just basically taken the good parts of both the Drive and the Brute and made the Drive. So what have they changed? These limb things here, these are great. This stops you from stripping out the limb. So what happened was last year, if you pulled your limb bolts out too far, you used to strip the riser. With this system here, you can't. And then when you wind these out, this has got massive weight adjustment. How many turns? 15 turns in the limb bolts. And when I do a review, I'll wind these back 15 pounds and see how much weight adjustment I get. So in the 2017 Drive, you only got about 10 pounds worth of weight adjustment in the bow, which wasn't really enough in my opinion. This I'm predicting to get more. This is the PSE Rts Kit micro adjustment sight, which is awesome. Fiber optics, PSE drop away RRS, which is good. Peep sight, like what are they? I don't know what PSE is thinking with this peep sight. It's just garbage. And you know, PSE would probably hammer me on that. The problem with this peep sight is if you're a customer and you get this bow and that peep sight doesn't pull back straight, you're buggered. You don't have access to a bow press. You're much better to have the rubber connector. But, you know, I don't know what they're thinking. But also what PSE have done in 2018, they've come out with some new colours. This is the new Cryptic, I think it's called Cryptic Camo. It's like a snake skin. Looks pretty cool. Now, my problem with this in the past, because Martin did, and I slammed Martin for it, because I said really hard to get parts to match this camo. So I did slam Martin, but I think what's happened since Martin used this camo is companies have progressed. This camo now is very readily available. So where you can get the accessories for this, obviously PSE do matching color for this. Dead center stabilizer, which I really, really like. They do this matching camo, which means now I've got to stock dead center stabilizers in this camo because it's kind of cool. They're still doing mossy oak, which is standard PSE. They've always been doing mossy oak, but a nice bow. Strings look really nice. So to me, do I love this bow? Yes, I do. Same hybrid cam system. So round wheel here, no timing issues, still fast, still adjustable, still lightweight, an improved riser, probably for strength as well, but looks great. And new colors. I think it's also available in a green, but don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% up on all the 2018 stuff yet, and this is only previews. My biggest selling bow in 2017, 2016, 2015, 2013, 2012 has always been the PSE Stinger, and this is the new version of it. Now, once again, the PSE Stinger, huge selling bow, and it's hugely selling because it's got the compression limbs, which is the same limb as featured on the Perform. It pulls down the strings, which creates more tension on the strings and cables, so you shoot better. But the advantage of the Stinger is it's got a draw stop, so you draw back and it physically locks in place. The other manufacturers' cheap bows, the $500 price point bows, don't have that, so you lock it in and they wobble around, so you get great accuracy with these bows. Now the Stinger, I'm just going to talk about accuracy. So I've had people shooting this bow at tournaments in my state, shooting ratings, which is like, you know, tells you how good you're shooting of 100 plus rating points with a $500 bow. Now put this in perspective. The top world archers are shooting ratings of about 115, 117 rating points. When I'm having a good day, I shoot about 115. When I'm having a bad day, I shoot about 100. 100 is good. I've got kids shooting 100 rating points with this bow. It's simply the best bow for its bang for the buck out there, as far as I'm concerned. And I understand why they make bows which are very flexible in poundage and draw length. Now, what PSE have done in 2018 is they've made this bow more adjustable. So they've changed the limb pockets down here, so you can't strip it out. 15 full turns on the poundage. And what PSE said is the 55, so the bow now comes in 55 pounds or 70 pounds, and they claim the 55 pound will go down to 20 pound. Now I've got to check that. It comes in a whole heap of colors for 2018. So this is once again the Cryptic. It comes in camo, black, white, which is fantastic. White, great color. I think it also comes in green, but I mean, check it out. It's awesome. Single cam, so there's no tuning issues, which is great. Now, PSE in the past has had issues with in the past was a metal cable guard down the bottom here. Cable stop. In fact, the one bad review I got was from a customer who said, I sent him the wrong spot because he said my cable stop broke. And I sent him the little cable stop down here. but he meant this thing here, which is a string stop, which is like, it's cool. I just didn't know what he was referring to. It's a problem with phone orders because you're kind of string stop, cable stop. Is it that, or is it, you know, like, I don't know what it is. Anyway, so he left me a bad review. I sent it to him, but these, in the past old models, it was an issue that they used to break. It doesn't affect the accuracy. And probably, let's say in 2017, I sold 700 stingers, ballpark number. I would have replaced 20 string stops, these things down here, which were breaking off. Now, PSE said they fixed the problem. Now, that would be 20 from history. So last year I would have done 20 of them. So that was a common part I had to replace, which was a bit of a pain. Carbon bar, which is the same as the Perform. Fantastic upgrade. New things. The limb graphics look awesome. Now, just on this, I think PSE have made a huge mistake. Like, and when I do a review on this bow, I'm happy to be proved wrong, and I'm happy that I get things wrong if I do. But I think they stuffed this. I really do. I think they've produced this bow in 55 pounds, which goes down, and 70 pounds, which goes down. And I think you've just stuffed it. Because for target archery, feeder archery, your maximum poundage is 60 pounds. You need a 60-pound bow. What's the 55? Like, what are they thinking? Are they thinking, oh, I want a bow that goes 60. That means I've got to buy a 70-pound bow and wind it back to 60. Like, if you're shooting feeder or you're shooting in a club target environment, you need a 60-pound bow. This 55, what are they thinking? Now, they've dropped the 50-pound bow. Now, I sell so many bows to kids, like 12-year-olds, and they're not particularly strong. And I sell heaps of these. And they have heaps of adjustment down here that adjusts your poundage by 5 pounds. But these kids are drawing 20 pounds, and if I can't get the 55-pound bow down to 20 pounds, I'm stuffed, right? I think they've stuffed up, and I'm hoping the limb weight adjustment here does go down to 20, as they say in their video, because otherwise they stuffed it. And the cost of producing this bow in 55 instead of in a 50 and a 60 is no different, because it's just the thickness of these limbs. So I think for the matter of saving one stocking unit, and yes, it's multiplied by left and right-handed and all the different colours, but I stocked 50, 60, 70 pounds in all those colours in left and right-handed. My biggest selling item, probably better for some smaller stores that it's only 55 and 70, but to me, I don't know, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm really, like, it's an awesome bow, 2-piece quiver, it's an awesome bow. But you need a 60-pound bow, you need a 50-pound bow. If you're a veteran archer, you're never going to shoot 60 pounds. You're never going to shoot 55. I'm not discriminating against veteran archers, but a lot of veteran archers will only shoot, mid 40 pounds. Women, ladies, they'll shoot around 40 pounds. 55 pound, what are you thinking? I don't know. Anyway, that's just my view. A fantastic bow. The improvements are far superior than the 2017 model. Not that there's anything wrong with the 2017. 2017 is still a really good bow. About the $500 price point, I don't think PSE's altered price points. They generally don't, and I haven't checked. This bow, this is called the React. Axle, 33 inches with the Evolve cam system. Now, to me, and I'm really sorry I don't know price points, this is a machine riser with the Evolve cam system. What it looks like to me is a Vendetta. It looks like a Vendetta with the Evolve cams. So I'm going to guess a price point on this bow. I'm going to guess it to be $850 because that's what I think it's going to be priced at. If it's priced at around $850, $900, this is going to be a killer bow. It's going to be killer because it's metal riser, good limbs, good cams. So basically it's a cam down from the Evolve, not down, cam down. It's a price point down from the Evolve, but still has the Evolve cams, still has your length. So it's a good length for hunting or target archery. When I say target archery, recreational archery, easy bow to shoot, nice weight. It feels like about 4 pounds. It feels like they've narrowed the grip down a bit, but the finish, like, the finish is great. The finish is, yeah, spot on. So I've got to check the price on this. I think this bow will be a huge seller because it's like the Vendetta, but with a better cam system. And the Vendetta sold really, really well for me last year. And when I did the review on the Vendetta, I was surprised. It was one of my favorite bows of 2017, the PSE Vendetta, and it's been dropped for the lineup for 2018, which was a disappointment for me because it's fitted really nicely between the Epics, which is a huge seller for me, and the Vendetta was just a bit longer, $50 more in price. But you could say to the person, look, it's a bit easy to shoot, have a shot, and I sold heaps of them. This bow is better than Vendetta. Without even shooting it, I know it's going to be better. So providing the price point is right, this is a really good bow at its price point with the yokes. Good string system. This is obviously the PSE live wire strings, which is made by PSE on their computers. But a really nice, really nice bow. Having not shot it yet. Now this bow is interesting and I'm really looking forward to shooting it. It's really interesting for a few reasons. Now, it's called the Expedite as the PSE speed bow. So it doesn't replace the full throttle, 360 feet per second, which is crazy. Axle, it looks longer, 33 inches, which is nice, comfortable shooting bow. Now the balance in your hand kind of like wants to roll forward, but I suspect when I shoot this bow, it's just going to sit in my hand. So there it just rolls forward, right? Well, I suspect when I shoot this bow without a stabilizer, it's going to sit there because my pressure point's going to be there. So I'm suspecting this bow will sit in my hand. Now it looks very much like the Elite bows with this and this. And I'm going to guess, once again, not knowing the price point, because I haven't done it up yet, I'm going to guess the price point on this bow is far superior to the Elite range. And why is it superior, this bow, to the Elite range without even knowing anything? Because it's got the Evolve cam system. The Evolve cam system allows complete adjustment of draw length. It allows complete adjustment of let off. With the Elite, you've got to go and buy a new module. And the problem is, how much is the module for an Elite? In Australia, $120 for a set of modules. So when you draw it back and you go, oh, 28, I wouldn't mind to try 28.5, $120 to try it. Like, yeah, whatever. With this, you can physically change the draw length to suit you. If you go to sell the bow, it's going to suit whoever you want. And if you want to try a different let off, you just got to buy a set of modules. And with PSE, the modules are affordable, $65 roughly. Now, I don't know if the difference in modules between PSE and Elite is the dealers. So for me, the PSE modules sell for, I think, $60, $65. The Elite modules are $120. I'm not sure if that's dealer. So if you're in America, check that out. But to me, the adjustability, the yoke system, so I've got no cam lean, the feel of this bow, I just think this bow, it's going to be smooth because it's the Evolve cam system. It's going to be fast. I think it's just going to be awesome. And now they've got, once again, the carbon string stops, a flexi cable guide, which is cool. Same as the Perform. They've got little holes here to add stuff to. So what do you want to add there? The wrist stabilizer, obviously. The finish is different. PSE have come out with a different finish, which is kind of really weird for me. Because the finishes for PSE tends to be the anodized, and it's either dull for hunting or shiny for target. Now look what they've done with this one. This is the charcoal. That's I'm hoping you can see it. It's like kind of, now it's not it kind of feels a bit like sandpaper, and it's not that rough. It's just it's a textured finish, and to me the paintwork is very much like the Bear paintwork, which was where they used to spray it on. It's very, very unique. I'm trying to think of other bow companies which do it, but Bear just pops straight into mind how this bow feels. But it's got the Elite look about it, and I think it just looks hot. What else about this bow? There was something I was about to mention. Escapes me completely, but price point on this is not particularly cheap. I think it's about $1,300, which still puts it at the cheapest of all bows in this price point. But I'm super excited to shoot this bow to see what it's like. I forgot what other thing I was going to mention. But anyway, I really, really like this bow, and I'm super excited to shoot this bow. Now, what's really funny for me, and forgive me, this bow came shipped to me at 65 pounds. Now, why would someone want a 65 pound bow? I don't understand 65 pounds. I do understand 60. I go 60 pounds because that's feeder world archery only allows 60 pounds. I don't understand why you produce a 65 pound bow. It's because you don't want a 70 pound. And I don't want a 60 pound, I want it 65. To me, it just makes it too hard. And I understand why they do it, but 65 pound bows, I can tell you how many I sold in 2017, and that's 0. You either buy a 70 pound bow for hunting and wind it down to 60, or you buy a 60 pound bow and go, well, that's my target bow and I can shoot target with it. Or you say, look, I don't want to shoot 70 pounds. I've got no interest in shooting 70 pounds, and you buy a 60 pound bow. 65 pounds is a bit of a, I can shoot target with it if I wind it down 2 turns. And then if I wind it up, I can shoot 65. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird poundage. Anyway, I know other companies do it. But yeah, that's the Evolve and that's the Expedite. It's a rocking bow. Now, the other lineup, the other PSE bows for 2018, which I'm really excited, but I don't have. The Showdown looks awesome. The mini burner is a huge disappointment for me because it's not available in a plain bow setup. It's only available in a kit for 2018, so I've got to check the price point on that. But most of the mini burners I sell are not kits because basic kids who just want a sight, whisker biscuit arrow rest, and some basic arrows in 2020. So that's a bit of disappointment for me. PSE has dropped their top of the range recurve, which is the X Appeal, which is what I currently shoot, which I really like. I didn't like it in the review, but I've grown to really love it. That's been dropped for 2018. They do have a bow called the Theory, which is aimed at the intermediate recurve archer, which looks really nice. The colors look nice, black limbs, looks hot, but it's a price point, I'm going to guess around the $400 price point. But I think overall, like what I see in the PSE catalog for 2018, I really, really like. But I'm going to review all these bows. I'm going to take them out and do what I normally do. I've got a target range set up, which is a stunning location where I can shoot right back to 90 meters, and it's right on the best views you've ever seen. And I'm going to take these bows and sort of shoot them and see how they perform. And I'm just going to say a word on PSE. They are honestly the best company to deal with. My sales guys, Jay and Adric, are just the best. I mean, I give Jay a bit of a hard time. You know, I'm like, oh, I haven't had a Perform come in yet. And I see another dealer in another country in Europe who's got a whole bunch of them. It's like, why haven't I got one, Jay? And I'm like, you know, I kind of sound like a whinging whatever. And he goes, no, they're all 3D Performs. And unfortunately for me, there's not much 3D in Australia. It's mainly target and then the hunting. So I don't sell a lot of 3D bows like the Perform here, which is kind of interesting because in the Hoyt lineup, they do the longer bow, the 39, then the 37, and they actually sell more of 37s. But for me, if the longer bow is easy to shoot, why wouldn't you shoot that? So, but then Matthews is shortening their bows down, so maybe there's something in that. But yeah, I didn't sell many of the Perform 3Ds. I sell mainly the Performs. That's my thing. I don't understand the difference. I think hunting's shorter, target's longer. Stick with that. But overall, they do a great job. They ship really fast. Parts are quick. If you have a problem, if you break it, it's fixed. The parts are cheap. Some companies, I'm going to pull some numbers off my head. Limbs for a Hoyt, let's pull a number out the air. $450, $500. Limbs for a PSE, $200. Like, it's just, and if you have a problem, it's fixed. Other companies, when you get a defect in the paint, and I'm just thinking about a company off the top of my head, brand new bow comes packed, the paint's no good inside, they don't even respond to me. It's like the customer gets the bow, he can see I didn't open the package and there's defect in the paint. It's like nothing. So the customer sends the bow back to me at my cost. I send him another one at my cost. I'm out of pocket $100, and PSE, that doesn't occur. It's just, I mean, have I had paint defects on a PSE? I probably have. Of the 2,000 bows I sold last year for PSE, I probably did have a paint defect. I cannot recall one, but I probably did have one, but I can't recall it. It's just such a good company as far as the people who run it. The designs I see here in the new 2018 lineup, they've just taken a successful product and they've improved it in every step that I can think of and that I didn't even think of, to make the product better than it was in 2017. And to me, the perform over the expression is a great bow. Fantastic bow. There is no need to change to the new perform. But the fact that every PSE professional changed midway through the Nationals to a new perform, and all the shooters changed to a perform on the day it was released, tells me this bow is far superior. And when I say that, you can shoot a perfect score with the expression and the bow will shoot far in excess of what you can shoot. But if you're competing at the top level and there's 1 or 2 points in it, and I'm going to say for me, I'm getting one of these. I didn't change for 2017 to the expression. I did buy one, but then I sold it. I did shoot a new one for the Nationals. But this here is my new target bow. Not this one, because this is £50. Haven't even shot the bow yet. But I have full faith this bow is superior. And that's just through dealing with them for years and years. And I'm really interested to see if the vibration's better. But I'm really, really excited to try it. And that's my next video. We'll be shooting that bow, seeing if the vibration's reduced, checking the draw cycle out. Because I think some of the other target bows that are quite an aggressive draw cycle, like the TRX and the Hoyt. And I did see a number of pro shops switch from Hoyt to PSE in 2017 because they found the expression draw cycle easier and more manageable for them. So many pro shooters also swapped because they found the draw cycle easier. So I'm really interested to see what the evolved cam system on the target bow is like compared to the expression. Because to me it should be the same as the TRX and the Hoyt, which are very, very, very similar in the draw cycles. But I suspect, based on the size of this wheel, the shape of this wheel, this is going to be a smoother draw cycle. So I'm really excited. Anyway, I'm Stephen Hann from Archery Supplies. Questions are going to be, when's the stock available? They're due to ship in November. You'll probably see some new products start to trickle into stores around now. It will be very limited and then it will start to roll out. So November is the ship date for it. I do have a container in LA at the moment. There is some new product on that, but it's very, very limited. So let's say I've ordered $100,000 worth of stock. I think I've got, and let's say I ordered it 6 to 8 weeks ago. I think they put $20,000 out of 100. And some of that 20,000 will be the 2017 stock. So that's how limited the 2018 stuff is at the moment. But you will start to see it roll over as the 2017, as people stop ordering 2017 stuff and they start ordering 2018 stuff, you'll see it start to switch in the factory. So I expect about now they'll be rolling out the 2018 product line. When I say rolling out, you'll see maybe 90% of the product line produced at PSE would be 2018. This is just me guessing based on how it's been every other year. But super excited about the new colours. They have dropped the Skullworks, so if you did like the Skullworks, it's gone. Which I don't know if it's a good or bad thing. It was really hard to get Skullworks colours for stabilisers and parts, so I'm not all that sad to see it go, but it was unique and it was really, really popular. So for me, Black, Camo and Skullworks sold in about the same numbers, all three of them. And PSE have dropped the Skullworks, They've got the new Cryptic Camo, they've got the normal oscillate, they've got black, and they've got a few other colours in their standard lineup. So it's going to be interesting to see how those numbers sell for me. Anyway, I hope that's giving you a quick overview. I feel like I've talked forever and I tend to drag things out, but I'm super excited about the new PSE products and get to shoot them. I don't know which one to shoot first. Really excited to shoot the Expedite, but I'm kind of more inclined to shoot the Perform, because to me that was the bow where PSE was lagging behind the Hoyt, the Matthews as a target bow. Not that the scores were anything down, because Stefan Hansen shot great with it. I shot great with it. I just felt like it was a little bit below where PSE should be and normally is. PSE is normally at the top of the game as far as price point, functionality, and a bow that is just top class. Honestly, it's, I've dealt with other bow companies and they release their new products and they're untested. These products would have been through so much testing on their shooting machines. They would have been simulated to shoot for 30 years. So they would have been sitting there cycling these bows for months before they release them. So I'm completely confident that I'm not going to have any problems with these bows. And in the 15 years I've dealt with PSE, how many bows have I had a problem with when they're first released? Very, very few. The Carbon Air, when that was first released in 2016, they didn't expect the bolts to rust. They had some rusting issues on the bolts in the first month, and they changed the bolts. There was some compound they used to glue them in, but I can think of how many issues they've had on first releases. It's basically non-existent. With other bow companies, when they release a new bow, it's like, oh, cross your fingers and I hope they're okay. Anyway, PSE, just fantastic product. John and Pete, who own the company, honestly, they do such a good job of holding their staff, looking after their staff, making it a place where everyone contributes to the development of the products. It's just, to me, I don't know, it's just the best archery company in the market. I'm really getting the sense from Victory Arrows, that they are very much in the flavour of PSE. I get the same feedback. They ship really quick. The products are high. Yeah, so to me, I'm getting that feeling from them as well. But they're just fantastic products. I'm Stephen Hann from Archery Supplies. The more you shoot, the better you'll shoot. The more you'll enjoy it, and the better your scores will be. So thank you for watching. Bye.